Welcome to Talk Birdie-Tome. This is Australia's most popular golf podcast, with former world number 16 Nick O'Hearn, the only player to beat Tiger Woods twice in match play, and tour pro Mark Allen, who played professional golf around the world for 15 years, including a British Open. We're coming from our studio at Titleist and FootJoy headquarters. Titleist is the number one ball in golf, and FootJoy is the number one shoe and glove in golf. And thanks to our great partners, Watch My Numbers, the most powerful database golf app in the world. Download from the App Store or Google Play. Ping, as with Nick O'Hearn, will help you play your best. See your local golf shop or professional for a Ping Club fitting. The Golf Clearance Outlet beat everyone's prices. Visit golfclearanceoutlet.com.au for your nearest store. And Better, the fastest and easiest betting app in Australia. Now that's better. Now, from our studio at Titleist and FootJoy headquarters, it's time for Talk Birdie-Tome. Here's Nick O'Hearn and Mark Allen.
G'day everybody, welcome to the program. Have I got some news for you, Nick? Good to see you.
And you, Mark.
Well,
can't wait for this.
I'm very, very happy. I'm really happy today because I have confirmation that I got some big news in the world of golf because you were there.
I was there.
Earlier in the week and you heard it from the same source that I did.
Yeah. Now I have a source. This is great.
Now we both have the same source, so it's good. So for people out there who think I'd make it up, I don't. I promise. I promise you I don't. I never would. Now, this is important because we know a new ball is on the way in the world of golf. Now, in December 2023, we were told about this new golf ball, and it is supposedly going to be released in 2028.
Yeah, five-year sort of period, wasn't it?
That's right. We don't know whether it's going to be a pro thing or whether everybody's involved. I think the hope is that everybody is involved. But we have spoken to, God, I love using we for the first time ever when there's a source involved. We have spoken to an industry insider who is getting feedback.
An expert, you might say.
An expert, absolutely. So these new balls have been produced and they are being tested. Now, what is apparently being found when these balls are being tested by the world's best players is that the linear result that they were hoping for has not been achieved. Now, that linear result is the people who are carrying the ball 320 yards aren't really being affected.
No.
And the guys who are hitting it 270 yards, 280 yards,
like us,
like
maybe.
you and like I'm
on
probably
a good
250. So we are being affected.
Yes.
Now, in the scope of things, that's the biggest disaster of all time.
That's the reverse rollback.
That's the reverse. That means the rich get richer. And that's the last thing we want. So that tells me, Nick, and everything I know about golf, that it's not spin related. This new ball is not spin related. It must be dimple related or core related or something else.
Yeah,
because you and I both know if the ball spins the same for you when you're carrying the ball 260 yards.
I'm a lowish spin guy anyway.
Yeah, I'm a low spin guy
so
too.
I was almost looking forward to a bit more spin being added, so it might even go further because it stays in the air longer, but apparently it doesn't work that way. So.
Yeah. So, and the guys who have more miles per hour ball speed but the same spin as you and I, they're not getting hurt. They're not getting hurt like we want them to be hurt, which means the best old courses like Sunningdale, for instance, that we saw the seniors play at, those sort of golf courses, if the big boys played at, would be rendered useless. And that's the last thing we want in the world of golf.
Yeah, and the other thing you got to look at is golf has never boomed so much as this, right? I mean, we're in the middle of an absolute huge boom in golf.
Boom.
So
it's booming.
And we're talking about the things that affect less than 0.1% of the golfing population, 0.1% of the golfing population, those elite tour pros who play these golf courses that hit the ball a mile. Sure, you could look at college players as well and elite amateurs, I suppose, who do hit the ball a mile because they can now, given the size of the head in the driver and also with the new ball that doesn't seem to go offline as much. So do we affect everyone in the game? All these people that, love, it might be a 60-year-old guy who just goes down and plays off a 15 handicap and all of a sudden he's losing 5 to 10 metres. Well, that's not going to be fun for them, is it?
No, it's not. In fact, Dan, I know this, Dan, in the other room, here at Titleist. I know Richard Cooney has donated 2 sets of golf clubs.
Right.
Could you please, there's a driver in one of those bags. Could you go and get that driver? Because the driver size, I think, is perfect if we're going to, how do you say, burificate or bifurcate?
Bifurcate.
If you're going to bifurcate this game.
It's almost like the mini driver size that they've just brought out.
If you're going to bifurcate this game, I'll get it right. If you're going to bifurcate this game, then this is the perfect size driver head in my book. So if you can find a ball that hurts the guys who really crunch it more than you and me,
which it should,
and your average, so
I always thought it was going to be related to swing speed, club head speed, where the guys who have 20 more mile an hour than me, well, they're going to go further offline. Yeah. And it's going to spin a bit more for them. So, but apparently that's not the case through this testing. So I don't know.
That's a headache.
That's not good for me.
No, that's a huge, huge headache because we've got to get something where people who, like a single finger marker, for instance, they shouldn't be able to notice any difference. That would be the dream. Like, for instance, when I went from a Pro V1 to a Pro V1 X, right? The Pro V1 X spins more. I'm telling you, folks, I couldn't tell the difference as far as my irons and my numbers, as far as my 8-iron and driver, carry and everything, hasn't changed one bit. Yep. And I'm using a ball that spins more. Now, that's the sort of result we wanted from the USGA and the RNA for this new ball that everyone would be using. But that's not happening.
No. Okay.
That's not happening. So that is a big story in the world of golf.
It is.
So what are these? What do you want to go and grab next door? What am I grabbing?
Can you go grab? There's a driver in the. There's 2 sets of clubs, and the one that's in the right hand side. Can you just bring that driver head out for me, please?
You got to push the buttons, Nick.
Okay, yeah, no problem. I think it's the bag closest to us as you walk out the door.
So this driver is a famous one because it's the driver
Tiger?
The Tiger Woods driver head that he had with the X100 shaft pushed through 1 inch. It was only 43 inches long at the time, and Dan, you are the man. You've got exactly the one we're talking about. So famously, and I think Aaron Badley copied Tiger to absolute every single spec. So when Aaron Badley won the 1999 Australian Open as an amateur, he was using this driver.
Right, okay.
So this one, he was using with a X100 steel shaft and all the rest of it.
How many cc is that, do you think?
Well, can you see? I haven't got my glasses on. But it wouldn't be much when you compare it to the modern driver. Hold that. I'll get a modern driver.
Okay. What do we got? 9.5 degrees.
Oh, yeah. So,
I mean, I always think around that 300cc mark would be good.
So when you put those 2 up.
Oh, yeah.
There we go, Dan. Where are we going? There we go. I mean, that's significant. So we're not asking it to go. Well. We're not asking for it to go all the way back. Yeah, you can see the difference there. But I would say it's an extra
incredible
50%. An extra 50% CCs. So if we were going to bifurcate,
I'd almost say 100 actually.
If we're going to bifurcate, I think pros would be happy using that. I think also they wouldn't use a 45-inch shaft if they were using this smaller head. I think the shaft length would go down to 44 for most of them, if it's not already 44 for most of these guys.
Which brings a bit of distance off as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Anyway, so look, when we were told that, Nick, when we were told this during the week, you and I both thought, wow, that's no good because
I've still got
3 years.
3 years to go. So I guess that's why it's called testing.
Yeah. Anyway, in the meantime, go out and get yourself one of these GT drivers. They are sensational. I've got one and they are magnificent. So anyway, so that's some big news. Yep. The other big news of the week, how often do you turn pro and win the first week?
Oh.
What did you do your first week as a professional, Nick, in a 4-round tournament? What'd you do?
I'm sure I missed the cut somewhere. I can't remember. I was trying to black that one out.
Can I tell you mine?
Yeah, go on.
I've got a good story. Okay. So I turned professional in 1990 and I qualified for the Air New Zealand Shell Open. I had to go over there and qualify. And would you believe I hold a pitching wedge on the last hole to finish 8th?
You'd remember that, wouldn't you? That's fantastic.
So I finished 8th. And I called my mum and I said, Mum, I've made $6,000 and finished 8th. I didn't even play that good.
Wow.
Mum, they're giving money away. That's what I'm telling her, right? I said, they're giving money away, and then I missed the next 12 cuts in a row.
Well, you did better than me your first year, because my first year here on the tour, when I got my card, I made one cut.
One cut,
At Coolum, funnily enough, the one course, I made $422 for the year. So how do you think the old income versus expenses went that year?
Well, I remember my first year, I made 2 cuts, and they were both in New Zealand, where I always played well. The second one was at Paraparaumu, where I always played well. So it's funny how that lines up. Anyway, but for you to turn professional and win the first week.
Lottie Woad. How good is this girl? She was the number 1 amateur in the world. She won the Irish Open a few weeks back. We saw her decimate the field there as an amateur, and then almost wins the Evian. Remember that a couple of weeks ago when she led in the back 9 and just got overrun, and our own Grace Kim came through and won.
Yeah, that's right.
Turns pro because she had enough points to secure her card on the LPGA. Apparently, they have this amateur system called Leap.
It's a bit like the Ludwig Oberg.
The university rankings.
That's right.
Very similar to that. So she turns pro and wins not only by 3 from second, but by 7 from third. So basically, there was only one other player. I think it was Hyo-Ju Kim, who was anywhere near her, and she just made it look easy. And she pretty much after the second day, she shot a low round on the second day, I think, and had the lead and never looked back. So impressive.
I think Dan had the slide up before, but only 4 women have done this. Beverly Hansen in 1951, Jin Young Ko in 2018, Rose Zhang, that was a famous one. You and I were speaking about that one in 2023. That's not that long ago. And now Lottie Woad. She wins the Scottish Open. Like Scottish, I mean, that's a big event to win as your first time as a pro.
It's unbelievable.
Big money.
Going into the women's Open, the Open this week in Wales, Royal Porthcawl. I've never played there, but I hear it's a great course.
I'm the same.
They had the Senior Open there, I think, last year or the year before, and all the guys said it was fantastic. I think she's probably in the top 5 favourites, you'd have to think.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
I'd never heard of the course before in my life. Okay. But on Saturday night, I went to Wallabies playing the English and Irish Lions, and there were a couple of Welsh people with us. And I asked them about the golf course. They said it is a spectacular golf course. So I've heard it's good, but before Saturday night, didn't even know it existed. So it'll be interesting. It's always a good watch when you see someone new and it gets such good raps. But by the way, the Wallabies, if you don't know, they were up with 79 minutes. They're up.
A bit hard done by here.
I'm not one to criticise referees. But
it's a shoulder charge every day of the week.
There was some ordinary refereeing in that game.
Even our friends in England and Ireland would agree, I'm sure. So. Get ready for feedback. One of the big winners, apart from Lottie Woad, by the way, now you had some slides you wanted to show about Lottie and Scheffler.
Well, I noticed the other day when I was sort of watching some of the highlights of the Scottish Open, I was looking at Lottie's swing, and she's got quite a fascinating swing, but through the ball, I must admit, from impact on the follow-through, it's very similar to the number 1 player on the men's side, Scottie Scheffler.
Yeah.
Where she's kind of rotating her upper body through. And you know what? If you get on social media at the moment, Brad Hughes is doing some really good discussions on this about people don't flip the hands, they release the forearms. And then they rotate through, and that's how they're able to basically be some of the best ball strikers in the world. And Scheffler does this really well.
So that's keeping the club face square
longer.
For longer through
exactly,
impact.
Yeah. So I tried to find a couple of little still shots of Lottie, and Dan, you're going to put them up now, where through the ball, from impact through to the follow through, and halfway through here, you can almost see she's basically facing the target, and she's almost the club's not even over her shoulder yet.
Yeah, that's right. And Ben Hogan's a famous one for doing that as well.
Tiger was big on this as well.
Yeah, so you can see the chest facing the target, and the golf shaft isn't anywhere near over their scone at this stage. It's still out in front of them.
Indeed.
Pretty rare to do this. And then when you look at Scottie Scheffler.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Scottie Scheffler.
Very similar.
Very, very similar.
Now, it's a slightly different angle, but you get the same sort of feeling with it. Now, I know a lot of 15 handicappers who get in this position because they got the chicken wing left arm, but they don't hit balls as much as the tour pros, obviously, and they don't release with their forearms. They're trying to release with their hands, and they really struggle, which is why they hit the big banana slices. These players, they just hit a beautiful fade.
Yeah, okay.
So that's what we want. Remember we had that feedback caller last week who's wanted to hit the draw? Well, guess what? some of the best players in the world right now hitting these perfect little fades, and
that is right.
It's an impressive position to think about anyway. So.
You bet it is. Now, she was the big winner, but I put to you, Nicholas, that Sunningdale was in line as well. That I know Patrick Harrington won the tournament, but I couldn't care less. Just seeing Sunningdale again.
How good is that place?
And, you know, every time they showed a shot, a wide shot, I just feel like Royal Melbourne has copied Sunningdale somehow. And by the way, I get criticised. From Royal Melbourne members I walk past in the street these days who give me dirty looks.
I'll bet.
It's my number 2 course in the world. I gave the clubhouse the number 1. I just said, you know, the Fringes, it's going to be a miracle if they get up and I'm in a bit of trouble.
I played there last week.
How the Fringes
Royal
look?
Melbourne West. A little better than I thought after what you said about them. So
good.
But it was early, so a lot of dew was sort of covering the fescue, so you couldn't quite tell. But again, speaking to all the members that I met there in the morning, they all said, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. I said, okay, good to know, good to know.
Well,
but greens are rolling beautifully. You know, the courses, as always, was spectacular. And the thing that I loved the most was 6 West, they put the pin on the left.
Oh,
They put the pin on the left, and the guy I was playing with, he won't mind me mentioning him, Chris Jones.
Yeah.
He, you know.
Cut it off? Cut off the green?
He hit one of the greatest shot into this hole, little draw 6 iron, perfectly up there to about 8 feet. The putt didn't go in, but I said, you should take that for the rest of your life and live off it, because with that pin, no one does that. So.
Can I tell you this? Kingston Heath, we had a swap day with Royal Melbourne, and the greenkeeper must have known it was a swap day, and he wanted to stick it to every Kingston Heath member. And he had the hole cut. Like you can imagine, folks, this back left pin positional, it's not even back left, it's middle, but it's left. And it's like a Volkswagen boot or bonnet.
Yep.
He had the pin cut as close as possible to that Volkswagen bonnet. And so many Kingston Heath members putted it off that green that day. It wasn't funny.
Wow.
Greenkeepers never do that. I don't believe that for a moment.
They do that, Dan.
not
and
believe
they're
it for a
mongrels. They're mongrels by just their nature.
They do.
Anyway, I'm glad to hear the Fringes are going well.
They are going well.
And it is just proof that miracles, fingers crossed, can happen.
Yeah. No, I think, give it some warmer weather when we come out of winter.
Have they roped off the bare patches?
No, a couple of them they have, of them, but no, there's still a bit of work to be done there, obviously. So
anyway, back to Sunningdale.
Yes.
It looked sensational, and if you just want, if people want more people watching golf, which is the whole deal, let's put more of our big tournaments on our best courses, just like the Australian Open going back to Royal Melbourne this year. I promise you, internationally, there'll be more people watching the Australian Open purely because it's at RM Composite than any other reason.
Yeah. And you know who was going to be at RM Composite and who was at Sunningdale was Rory. By the way, he was wandering around.
What was he doing?
Yeah, he was just thought, you know what? I heard he's building a house in London. I'm not sure if it's at Sunningdale or maybe Wentworth down the road or something like that. I don't know. But
I'd be building.
But he was
house
out there, and I think Dan's got footage of him just wandering around with the gallery. I'm sure he was taking a lot of photos with everyone. Here he is, shaking hands.
So it's the week after the Open. He's probably come just check out the new build,
probably
wherever he's building his house, and he'd be mad not to build it there, Rory. Honestly, you got 2 courses. It's magnificent. It's perfect.
Taking photos with everyone.
And you just pop in to say hello to a few friends.
Yeah, it is. It's amazing. The other great thing about Sunningdale, and I know we're going to the turn shortly, but they have one of the best halfway houses there because you get the little sausage in a blanket or whatever you want to call it over there. It's in a bit of bread and everything. And I tell you, that little experience, they've got a shack out in the middle of the golf course. It is fabulous.
Yeah, that's right. It would have to be in the middle of the course because it's 9 out, 9 back.
Oh, absolutely. Well, no, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. It is magnificent.
Talking about Sunningdale, I went to Huntingdale for a look during the week.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you to Alex McGilgrave, who is the manager out there. He took me around and had a look at the whole course.
How's it looking?
It is going to be spectacular.
Wow.
I've changed to where it was going to be excellent to where now it is going to be spectacular. And that only speaks to Michael Cocking, who is a full-on genius. And also for Huntingdale, and the members at Cranbourne, because Cranbourne are financing a lot of what's being done there, as well as the Huntingdale members. But I just want to say well done to Huntingdale for giving license to an artist, a genius golf course designer in Michael Cocking, and just saying, listen, I know here are the plans up here in the clubhouse, but you do whatever you think is right. And he's taken that license.
No, it's impressive.
And
then you got Ash Mead
you,
as well, obviously, and Jeff Ogilvy is part of that
that's
team.
Right.
So
I'm telling you, Huntingdale, it's, the holes like the holes that I remember as a 30-year member there, and a famous, course because of the Australian Masters. The third is totally different, but much better. The 12th, par 3 in front of the clubhouse there.
Yes, yeah.
Totally different,
Totally
but
different.
much better.
Right.
13.
So it's basically the same routing.
Same routing.
Yep.
Except for the new 8th hole.
Right.
So you 2 par 5s in a row on the front 9 to 7th. Instead of turning right and going over the 8th tee, you go left, back and left, and there's a par 3 on top of that hill.
Oh.
That's right. And then you come back and, you play 8 is now 9, 9 is now 10, and then 17, you walk in front of the clubhouse. That's now 11.
Okay.
And 18's 12. And the new 18th is where the practice fairway used to be.
Right.
Big double green in front of the Look, what he's done is brilliant. And folks, if you are on a committee out there, I don't care what you're doing these days. If you haven't got Michael Cocking and OCM having a look at your golf course first, then you're making a big mistake. A big mistake. That's how good it is. And you've been down to Long Island too, haven't you?
Yes.
And had a look at Long Island, which is, you're a member at the National.
Yeah, they've done the 9 holes so far, and I think the other 9 are, they're full on into it at the moment, doing
What'd
a lot
you
of
make of
grassing. And the 9 they've done is brilliant.
Stunning.
I really, really like it.
So,
and then with Long Island, the thing they're going to do is they're going to have 3 different courses in one. So 3 different routings. So you say it's called the blue, the red, and the green. Well, today we're going to have the blue course, and today we'll have the green. So you're actually playing to different greens, different holes. It's fascinating how they've done it. I mean, I don't know how you come up with those sorts of things, but all the members are excited, and I mean, obviously at Huntingdale, they're very much as well.
Well,
so,
the feedback from the members is don't open it early. Do whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
But I don't think the Huntingdale members understand the grasses that he's planted. So, to see the tee to green design framed by the grasses that he's going to put down, and I'm familiar with them because we see the short course at Kingston Heath has got the same grasses in the background. It is going to be spectacular, folks.
Well,
absolutely spectacular.
I'll tell you what.
Golf Club.
Just before we go to the turn, something I'm really excited about, by the way, is. Let me ask you a question. How much secondhand golf gear have you got at home?
Well, I give a lot of it away.
Yeah, okay.
But I've got plenty. Why?
Okay. Well, a little while back you said, we should have an eBay for golf equipment. I remember you saying it on the pod. I never said anything because behind the scenes, some friends, along with myself and Alana, for the past year, we've been working on a site which just launched. It's an online golf marketplace called Go Golfer.
Go Golfer.
Go Golfer. GoGolfer.com.au. So if you've
Is it up now?
It's up. It's live. Now, we're in sort of the starting phases, so there's still a little bugs to work out. But basically, whatever clubs and old secondhand gear, clothing, shoes, bags, whatever, if you got it lying around at home, you got that putter that keeps 3-putting for you and you want to get rid of it. Well, guess
Dan's
what?
got the site up.
He's got the site up. Perfect. There we go. And just head there and you can list all your items. You can make a bit of extra spare cash if you want.
GoGolfer.com.au.
Exactly. And, there's places like Marketplace from Facebook and Gumtree around. However, Alana said to me a while back when we were discussing this idea, she said, look, I would never buy on those because I don't want people coming around to my house or going around to someone else's and exchanging cash and all this. It's a bit dodgy. So we've solved those issues with PayPal. They're securing every transaction, so no more fraud.
Yeah.
And then we got Pack and Send involved, a shipping company. And they're shipping all the larger items for us, or you can use Australia Post. So
I've got to say, I'm a bit disappointed I'm not involved, Dan. This sounds fantastic. This sounds sensational. Well, congratulations to you.
We've been working on it for a while, some friends, Alana and myself, and it's just launched. So as I say, if you got any secondhand gear lying around, just check out the website and head there and away we go.
You know, as long as I do, it's frowned upon professional golfers selling gear.
I'm not selling any of mine.
I'm not
trust
selling
me.
anything.
No, but if you've got,
I get what you're saying. You got a set of clubs that didn't work out, for instance.
Exactly.
Just whack it on gogolfer.com.au and away you go.
Well, the other thing is the sustainability factor at the moment as well. You don't want to just throw it in the tip. You want it to be. You want to give other golfers another chance with it. Yeah, it may work for them.
Interesting, Mark. I noticed before that Nick said some friends and I have started this site.
My ears pricked up too.
Yeah, I couldn't help but notice that neither you nor I got a phone call.
Well,
that's okay.
It was all part of the.
Look, that's okay. We can't be involved. We can't be in everything, Dan. We can't be in everything. But it does sound like it's going to be very successful, and it's a good name too. Golfer.
We're going to get everyone involved here, and for all our listeners out there, by the way, for the month of August, if you happen to list and sell some stuff on there, we're going to put everyone into a draw, and I'm going to give away a free annual subscription for my videos.
Oh, that's a great idea.
We'll announce that at the end of August.
Nick, what's the website again in case people missed it?
Go Golfer, so GOLF as in Go Golf, and then add an ER on the end, Go Golfer.
I think you say Go-Go Mobile then.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I thought you said Go Gopher.
Go Golfer.
GoGolfer.com.au. Lovely.
Very nice.
Well, good luck with it.
Thanks, mate.
Hey, before we go to the turn, I've got to get your view. Did you see the Trump video?
Oh, yes, I did.
Yes.
You saw
Now,
it?
I've got a different take from most.
Oh.
I think that caddy
Has done it before.
But I'm not sure that
Shall we
it's
have a look at it?
classified as cheating. Yeah, put it up. Now, if he's playing by himself, which I can't see him anybody, and there's only one bag on that cart.
Well, he's at Turnberry, right?
That's at Turnberry. He owns it.
Well, there's two carts.
But that's his security.
That's security.
That's
okay.
security. So I think he's the only golfer. Now, if he's the only golfer, that's what I do that too when I'm playing by myself. If I hit in the rubbish, I always just throw it out. But in saying that, I get the feeling that caddy has done some shiftiness before. The way it came out the back of the hand, there was a little crouch. So I'm not sure we can, crucify him as a cheat in this instance. But that caddy knows what he's doing.
Yeah, little Danny Noonan and Judge Schmalz going on.
Yeah, a little bit. Just a little bit.
I think there was a book written called Commander in Cheat, which was written about how often he cheats at golf.
Yeah. Well,
and which is a lot.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. Look, it's a different world over there too. Because when I was working at Las Colinas, in the club championships, they allowed gimmies.
Gimmies
In the club championship.
championships.
Not the match play, it's stroke play.
Wow.
So
Okay.
it's a different world.
Did they have
there,
a rule
is
of
all I
how
gotta
far,
say.
or they just it was
It's
just
up, mate. It's
discretion?
social. It's social.
Wow.
It's up to who you're playing with.
Jeez, okay.
It's up to who you're playing
Amazing
with.
how one group there was the top four. We were all in the one group.
All I'm saying is the Americans do it differently than the rest of the world, and looks like Donnie's one of those guys as well.
Now, boys, the idea that we were kicking around last week about the talkbirdietome golf day.
You mean holiday
Golf day.
/ holiday?
I mean, so you know how I reached out to David, who's the boss up at Links Hope Island, Links Golf and Wellbeing.
No,
on the
I
Gold
didn't know
Coast?
you did that.
Yeah, we did because we talked about it.
Oh, okay.
Jeez, Mark, how's your memory going, buddy?
Okay.
How's your memory going?
So what's happening?
We've got him on the pod after the turn,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to put it to him.
Ooh.
So you need to think in the turn about how, if we're doing this golf day, what structure you want it to be. What do you want it to be, and how do we? What do we want from
No
David?
gimmies.
So David from
David from Links Golf and Wellbeing. We'll have him after the turn to have a chat to him.
If you're planning a Gold Coast holiday, we've got an idea for you. Just 23 minutes from Surfers Paradise, you'll find one of Australia's most stunning golf experiences. Links Golf and Wellbeing at Hope Island is a premium 18-hole course designed to challenge and entertain whatever your skill level. We can't guarantee that you'll hit the ball like Scottie Scheffler, but with lush fairways, pristine greens and a links-style layout, you'll have a great time trying. And with a friendly modern clubhouse, including a restaurant and bar, Links Golf and Wellbeing at Hope Island makes you feel just as welcome off the course as you are on. And of course, there's a well-equipped pro shop, putting greens and driving range. So whether you come for the golf, the food or the company, next time you visit the Gold Coast, we'd love you to drop into Links Golf and Wellbeing Hope Island. Visit us at linkshopeisland.com.au.
We're live from our studio at Titleist and FootJoy headquarters. We all know the number one ball in golf is Titleist and the number one shoe and glove in golf is FootJoy. We're here thanks to the Golf Clearance Outlet. They beat everyone's prices. Ping will always help you play your best. Turn your bogeys into birdies with the Watch My Numbers app And Better, the fastest and easiest betting app in Australia. That's Better. Now, back to Talk Birdie to Me. Here's Nick and Mark.
Okay, welcome back. Now, it's been a busy show. We still haven't even spoken about Happy Gilmore 2. I've watched it.
You watched it?
I watched it.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
What?
I'm sorry.
I've watched that.
I had a busy weekend.
What the hell is wrong? You're doing a golf show, you two. It's one of the most anticipated movies of all time coming out. Neither of you watched it over the weekend.
It's on the list. I just haven't got to it.
Can I just say this to you both and to the Wolfpack members who still haven't seen it? It's silly. Okay? It's a silly.
Well, the first one was.
It's a silly show. It's a silly show with lots of violence.
Did you laugh?
There's a stack of violence.
Did you laugh? That's the question.
I laughed.
Oh, okay, good.
There are many places in this movie where I was laughing out loud to myself. I'm sitting there by myself watching it.
Okay.
And I was laughing out loud. And I don't want to be a spoiler.
Ooh.
But the player cameos and the amount of superstars in this movie,
I've heard.
You won't believe it. Eminem is in the movie. Eminem's in the movie.
Really? Wow.
It gets silly, like the first one did.
Sure.
Like the ball bouncing. The first one, the ball bouncing down, and it's silly, right?
Okay.
It's not designed for purists of the game.
I heard his grandma is not alive anymore. Is that right?
No one's alive.
No one's alive anymore.
No one's alive anymore. It's hilarious the way they do it.
Okay.
But
Shooter McGavin's back, obviously.
yes,
Shooter.
I want you to take notice, and I'll just do one little spoiler, Dan, because I was looking at Happy Gilmore's swing in this edition, and it had significantly improved.
It was pretty ordinary in the first one.
It had significantly improved,
I
and
know
it significantly improved because put it up. They got Hunter Mahan in as a stunt double,
a swing double.
a swing double.
Yeah, there you go.
That's right.
Should we play the video?
Yeah, I'll play the
go
video.
for
Play
it,
the video.
Okay.
So check this out. This is
So for our audio
There's
listeners,
Happy.
I'll tell you what, he looks exactly like him there, doesn't he? They've done a great job.
so here's Hunter doing some practice without the Happy Gilmore stuff on.
Okay. Gee,
But
that
it
swing
gets
was good.
better and better, and then there you can see him getting his makeup done. He's got a beard like Happy, but it was they've done a lot of improvements in this particular version of Happy Gilmore.
Do you know what Adam Sandler plays off anyway, handicap wise?
No, I'm not even sure if he's a golfer.
Right, okay.
I'm not even sure if he's a golfer.
Okay.
Jeez, they've done a good job. Look at
It
that.
does look
that-
like him there, doesn't
Wow.
So if you're driving along in the car, they've just shown Hunter go through a full transition into Happy Gilmore, beard, clothes, the whole lot. It's just remarkable what they did.
How long since Hunter played?
Yeah, that's a good
Been a
question.
while.
Oh,
He hadn't played much since he duffed that chip in the Ryder
I'd
Cup.
say it's got to be a good 7 or 8 years. I know he did some commentary, I think, for the Open last year.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
don't know whether he did some this year, but he was a pretty good commentator, actually.
Yeah.
Mark, before we move on from Happy Gilmore, how many chalk tops out of 5 chalk tops would you give it?
Oh,
Well, I'm a golfer, so it probably gets a little extra credit, but I'm going to give it 4 chalk tops.
Ooh, 4 chalk tops out of 5.
Yeah, I am.
that is high. I was thinking,
I'm giving it 4,
wow, what a...
but
I thought he might have gone hard like his 59 ratings there for a second. But
well, if you're going to watch the show in the right spirit, all right, and that's the thing. It's silly, it's violent, it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's
okay.
but
We should do a
you
review.
get the picture.
Who's- okay.
We should do a review, a real review when you two watch it.
okay. Well, first, I'm going to ask you one question. Of all the cameos, who did the best job, do you think?
Will Zalatoris.
Oh, really?
Yes,
'Cause he was
and I
his-
won't give it away.
Oh, I kind of know what he was.
Don't give it
Okay.
away.
All right.
If you watch the first one,
All right.
and you've been watching social media, you know exactly what's going to
You'll
happen.
get it.
Okay.
My name is Happy Gilmore. 30 years ago, I decided to give golf a try. But even when you're at the top of your game, you can always shank one.
Happy Gilmore sucks?
How are you going to put Vienna through ballet school?
It's $75,000 a year. That's 4 years. That's 333 grand.
That's terrible math, Johnny. It's 300 grand. I wouldn't even know where to start.
Let them see the happy I fell in love with.
Come on, you gotta do it, Dad.
All right, let's go. Let's go get him, Dad. But how about the jig?
Listen.
I know how to do it, Dad. Let's go.
Dad, we got this.
What the hell is happening?
Happy Gilmore is breaking in yet another caddy he just met.
All right, we're going to go. See, but you bring those. Those always come. All right, that's it. They got a strap if you want to use the strap.
Happy Gilmore didn't have things flowing on the first hole.
Check out the name tag, grandson. You're in my world now.
I got you a little something there, Pop.
Everyone is talking about the comeback kid.
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore.
We've been watching you play, Mr. Gilmore. So inspiring.
My dad loved you, man. I am so sorry. Give him here. I got some Gorilla Glue. Remember the happy place I went to? You go to yours. Oh my God, Rory!
Jackass. Bingo.
You stole my life from me. Why would I want to steal the life of somebody who eats pieces of shit for breakfast?
The Talk Birdie to Me Top 5, thanks to Southern Golf Club.
Top 5.
What are you doing?
Well, has to be, hasn't it? It's got to be the top 5 debuts as a golf pro.
As a golf pro?
Yes, as a golf pro.
So you would have had to do some homework for this one.
I did. And the one that really annoyed me because I really wanted him in there, so it's not a top 6, don't worry.
Good. But it kind of is.
Was Aaron Baddeley.
I don't think he debuted.
No, because he won the Aussie Open in 2000. And I was looking up the date. Okay, when was the Aussie Open? And it was in November 2000. And he turned pro in November 2000. So I think was this his first event, but I don't think it was. I think he played the PGA the week before. Might have been the Johnny Walker Classic or something like that.
It might have been, yeah. I think my memory is.
But I really wanted him in there, but he didn't make it.
That he turned pro at the start of the Australasian season that year.
Yeah, which it doesn't go in the calendar year. Remember, they used to wrap it around. So, right. Yeah, he turned pro in November. Anyway, my number 5, no one probably will know who this guy is, Marty Fleckman. 1967 Cajun Classic Open, first tour event on the PGA Tour, bang, wins. Marty Fleckman. I'd never heard of the guy.
So he turned pro, wins the first tournament of the season.
First tournament as a pro. Not bad at all. Another one who had a really good, well, I'll say this, very short career, but it was filled with some pretty good highlights, was Robert Gomez. Remember him? Yeah.
He was the super, when I turned up at Texas Tech in 1987, him and Bob Estes were the 2 superstars of collegiate golf.
Right, okay. Yeah. Well, he got his card, first tournament, the 1990 Northern Telecom Tucson Open. Yeah. There's a mouthful for you. Yeah. Goes out and wins it. He won twice that year in his rookie year, and everyone thought this guy was going to be a superstar.
He did something special to our shark as well.
Also did something special at Bay Hill, holding a
That's right.
second shot.
He held his second shot on the 72nd hole to beat Greg Norman.
Yeah.
God, he had a bad run there for a while, Greg Norman. People holing shots to beat him in tournaments.
This one might surprise you. 1973, he won the Texas Open, and I was
Ben Crenshaw.
There you go. Wow, he's good, Dan. I will say that.
There we go.
Impressive. Ben Crenshaw, his first PGA Tour event. Now, I'm not sure if he turned pro before that and played mini tours, but as his first PGA Tour event, he did win.
That counts.
Yeah, it does count
in your top 10.
I love Ben. I played first 2 rounds at Augusta one year with
did
him.
You?
First 2 rounds.
I think you've told me this.
Greatest putting display I've ever seen.
Really?
Unbelievable.
At Augusta?
At Augusta. And never bent down.
How old was he?
Never bent down to read a putt. He must have been in his late 50s.
He wasn't reading putts at Augusta.
He just walked around. He just walked. He never bent down. You know what I mean? He never got on his haunches. And his caddy, Carl Jackson, I think his name was, would bend down and that. But Ben just walked around and he was just tapping them in for fun. It was just incredible.
He really?
Never missed a putt inside 10 feet. Never missed a putt inside 10 feet for 2 days.
How old was he?
Mid to late 50s, I'm thinking.
Amazing.
So he was just too short off the tee. Yeah. Anyway, that's my number 3. Number 2, you mentioned her a little earlier, Rose Zhang, 2023 Mizuho America's Open at Liberty National.
Yeah.
Horrible golf course, but anyway, I won't say that. Although I did, sorry.
A lot of expectation because she was the number 1 amateur in the world. A bit like this girl, you're going to go at number 1, obviously.
So the thing about Rose is, where is she now? A lot of people are saying, because everyone thought, okay, she's going to be the star. She's finishing her schooling, by the way. So she's still at college, still finishing. Clever. And I think she's had some injuries as well. So once she gets over those, gets her degree and whatever, I think she's at Stanford.
The exemption lasts, does it?
I'm sure, yeah. So she's going to be well, we'll wait for her to come back. Now, she doesn't quite have the length like a lot of the girls. So
Roseanne doesn't have the length.
No, I think she's more a medium to shorter hitter. So her strength lies in other areas. But one girl, my number one, this girl is going to be a superstar, Lottie Woad, who, as we've seen, has won 2 tournaments in the last 3 starts. We've got the Open Championship coming up this week.
God, imagine
Will
she
not
wins
surprise
that.
me.
No, it won't surprise anyone
if she contends it. But the one thing about her is you think, well, what stands out? But you can't really see it in a way. It's a bit like Scheffler. What stands out? It's not boring golf, but it's just rock solid. And when she gets a sniff, when she gets the lead, does not give it up. Now, that's a special talent. Scottie Scheffler's the same. He's 10 from 10 from 54-hole leads?
Yeah.
I think Lottie Woad, I don't know what her record is after 54 holes because she hasn't played that many, but so far she's just gone on to win every time that I've seen anyway. So, anyway, she's my number one.
Her swing, it doesn't go in the top 5.
No.
But it goes in the not much can go wrong at any stage.
Just comes a little over the top of it.
A little over the top's good.
A little bit like Scheffler. It's beautiful little fades.
We had a bloke complaining about his swing.
I mentioned that before the turn. Yeah, exactly. Who wanted to hit draws.
In a feedback pod.
Guess what?
You're swinging just like this girl, Lottie.
A fade works.
Yeah.
Now, we need to call David at Links Hope Island, Links Golf and Wellbeing on the Gold Coast, and put to him our Talk Birdie Golf Day idea.
Fingers crossed.
Let's give him a call.
G'day, boys. How are you? Good to see you.
Nice to see you, Dave.
Good to see you, Dave.
Mate, last time I played Hope Island was in a tournament. I remember thinking to myself it was the best golf course in Queensland at the time. It was tournament ready and all set to go. And I can remember, Nick, the longest par 3 in history. I think I had a driver as a water carry the whole. How's it looking these days?
It's looking great. The course is in great shape. Winter's a beautiful time to play golf on the Gold Coast, and that 17th hole is still just as long and
is it?
just as deep today.
Wow.
Well, we want to know, is this possible? And if it is possible, have you got a date for us when the Talk Birdie crew can come up and we can get some of the Wolfpack members playing some golf?
That'd be great. Provided we can find a date, I'm sure we can make something work.
Fabulous.
Have a look.
You've got any?
Have you got a date in mind?
Just looking at our tee sheet. How does October work for you guys?
October's perfect.
October's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, Collingwood would have just won the premiership.
Oh, come on.
Hang on.
Mate, the way the Gold Coast are going, it could be the Gold Coast.
It could be the Gold Coast. Could be Brisbane.
Or the Dockers.
Yeah, just after that would be nice. On a Wednesday, please.
What about Wednesday the 8th then?
Wednesday the 8th.
Wednesday the 8th.
I don't even have to look. That's a deal.
It's good for you.
Yeah, that's a deal.
We're free.
Yeah. Perfect.
All right, so we want to leisurely hit off time, if you don't mind, not in the morning. We want to be able to rock up, have a nice warm up and get involved.
Walk on the beach in the morning and then head over.
And enjoy everything that Hope Island has to offer.
All right, what about 12 o'clock?
12 o'clock would be great.
Yeah.
12 for 12:30.
Yeah. What do you think, a shotgun start?
Yeah, we can do a 12
shotgun
o'clock.
start.
Shotgun?
Yeah.
Never.
Okay.
Now, what about
you want to mix it up for the comp?
Yeah, I don't want to do something standard.
Yeah.
Are you got any ideas?
Well, what were you? I know you had something in mind around a par comp, but par's a bit funny sometimes because people get a bit. No
one likes par because if you make birdie where you've got a shot, or if you make an eagle on a par 5, you only get 1+. So why don't we go par where you can get a double or a triple plus if you handicap?
I like that.
All right, so you're either out if you're out.
I like it.
But you get a double plus.
Yeah. So you get the reward of the Stableford in essence for a 4-pointer, but you don't get the wipe in a Stableford. So
Talk Birdie to me par. I like it.
Oh, that's a good one.
Okay. That's possible, Dave?
I'm sure we can work with that.
Righto. Now, we also need to free up some time where Nick can talk about beating Tiger Woods twice in match play because that's what he loves doing that.
Well, we've got to do a dinner after or something, right?
Dinner.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we can put a dinner on afterwards. We've got our chef can come up with something amazing.
All right.
Yeah, right.
Fantastic.
Well, I think we're in.
Got a lot of different
and Mark wants to talk about all the course records he shot as well, especially the one at Lake Carrinup. So.
No, I'll tell some stupid stories. I'll tell a stupid story or two as well. No, that's easy.
The audience will have to be here for a long time.
No, it won't take long. We won't bore people.
So just to check where we're at here. So what we're agreeing is a Talk Birdie to me golf day.
Yes.
At Links Golf and Wellbeing on the Gold Coast, courtesy of David. We are going to get Wolfpackers to register to buy a ticket, to register. They can come along. They'll get a feed. David, you reckon maybe a bit of a light lunch before we start, just so people are kind of a little bit
it's peckish.
Yeah, a little bit peckish before we start. Then have a shotgun comp that afternoon, and then
Sounds
dinner
good.
and a couple of drinks and a bit of a chat and some war stories afterwards.
Yeah, nice and simple.
Couple of prizes.
A couple of
Be great.
prizes.
Yep,
Be
absolutely.
fantastic. And I can't wait to see Hope Island again. I cannot wait.
Mate, I tell you what, there is worse
Can't wait to
places
have
to do it than at Lynx Hope Island. I can assure you. The photos and the videos look amazing.
I don't know why you don't live in Queensland, because you're not you're only a fair weather golfer. So this is perfect for this man right here. It better not be raining that day.
No, it won't be raining. It won't be raining. And I guess we get the golf carts as well, Dave.
We do.
Oh, look at you.
Now we're I'm absolutely pumped.
So let's go away and we'll work on this today and over the next 24 hours. And if we can pull this together, which it sounds like we can, because David, you've been very generous and very accommodating, which is fantastic. How about we look to get this confirmed and up in the next 24 hours? As soon as
possible.
Yeah, in the next 24 hours.
Yeah, let's do that.
Sounds great.
Beauty.
Let's do it.
All right. Thanks, David. That's fantastic.
Very good.
Good on you. Thanks for being
Dave.
so generous, Dave.
Beautiful.
That is wonderful.
Can't wait
to see you.
Can't wait to play it. I've never been there.
No, you're going to love it, Nick. You're going to absolutely love it.
Oh,
Peter
that
Thompson
will-
design is fabulous.
That will be great. That's fantastic. How good was Dave? That's
Dave's a star.
Yeah, that's
Fabulous.
terrific.
You know what we should do too beforehand? Should have probably cleared it. We just do a quick clinic beforehand.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so you
Little
turn up
short
at
game
11,
clinic.
little short game clinic. you
Putting,
hit
bit of bunker play from the expert.
bunker play, just some little things, go and have a sandwich, and then off we go.
Perfect. Do a little show afterwards, huh?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think that sounds pretty
Record
good.
a show as well. Why would they? You've got to do that.
Well, yeah, I think
Maybe.
we have to.
Yeah, we'll see.
Now we're up to feedback.
Feedback.
All right, let's do it.
So I tell you, I'm excited about going to Queensland. I'm sure the price will be reasonable. So, folks, pencil it in. It was Wednesday, October the 8th.
Wednesday, October 8th.
Yeah, that'll be good fun.
Hope Island.
Hope Island will be good.
Oh, that will be fun. Gold Coast is a great part of the world that time of year too. All right, some feedback, guys. Now, we've got a lot of feedback on the comments that you made about Scheffler.
Oh, yeah.
And how you don't believe that he's going to win.
The comments Mark made.
The comments Mark made about Scheffler, and how you said, and to be fair to you, Mark, you said, look, I don't believe he'll win more than 10, but I'm happy to be proven wrong.
I'd love to be wrong.
Yeah.
I would love nothing more than to see someone win 12 majors in my lifetime
It'd
again.
be so good, wouldn't it?
You know, so it's not just Tiger, you know. It's been great to watch Tiger, but if you got to see somebody else win 11 or 12, it would be wonderful. But I still don't think he'll do it.
Yeah, heaps of comments on this. We had this one from David. All the good coaches will disagree with you, Mark. Scottie has great positions. He's an elite ball striker, and his footwork is not that dissimilar to Norman and Hughes.
Well, I'd say it's vastly different to the Norman and Hughes. I never saw Norman almost fall over regularly, and Hugo was rock solid. So I'm not so sure about that. Maybe the foot slide.
Hugo had the foot slide.
The right one I get.
Yeah.
But the left, no way.
How he hasn't rolled his ankle, I'm not sure.
No
Well,
way.
it's interesting David mentioned Hugo, because the next bit of feedback comes from a certain Bradley Hughes.
Only Hugo? What did he say?
This is from Hugo. The footwork governs the pivot, Sam Snead. And Scheffler's pivot works better than just about anyone's today, which is why his pivot is so strong and his hands never, ever cross the club over. So he can't hit it left. And that's why he can aim better than anyone else by knowing left is out of the equation. Boredom may be a bigger factor to losing the will than his footwork is.
Boredom. Very good, Hugo.
Interesting.
Yeah, right.
Interesting.
Well, I wonder if Scheffler will cut down his schedule and just start playing the tournament. Just really, I mean, now it's.
Well, he doesn't play a lot anyway.
Yeah, I know,
I
but
don't think.
Like Tiger hardly played at all.
Yeah, he played the minimum.
Jack Nicklaus, you know, he only played about 25 tournaments a year because they just solely focused on getting right for the big ones.
4 tournaments a year. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Richard, Mark, I love your take on Scheffler not winning 10 majors. Yes, the footwork, and nobody stays on top as long as people think. Everyone loses aspects of their game, and suddenly they stop winning. Other players will raise their game, and new ones will come through. But the fact that he's such a great front runner means he will get a few more. My take is to couple him and Rory together, and between them, I reckon they get 7 more. Scottie's tally depends on if Rory is anything at all from here on in.
That may well be accurate. Yep.
True.
Yeah.
I like that take.
And this is from GT. I'm not sure if this is in the minority, but it seems like a lot of the older generation perceives Scottie as boring, which is fine, but it's not something to complain about because boring in golf is sometimes good.
Yes.
Whereas the younger generation love the way Scottie goes about it, not only on the courses, but when you see him dominating fields and competition, but also being humble and different to your modern day athlete, particularly the Americans, where it's always about me, me, me.
Yeah.
I think he's a great role model.
No, he's definitely different in front of the microphone as well, which I like. He's expansive, and genuine and thoughtful, like you say. Everyone's got different styles, but it's nice to see someone confident and saying things, that obviously come from his heart, which I think is
totally
great
believes in it. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. And boring, as I've said before, is the biggest compliment you can give to a pro. Yeah, we love be boring.
Yeah, I want to be the most boring player in the whole world.
Your mate Curbs. Everyone works on straight lines on majors, extrapolating a good run. Viewing the history of golf, it is highly unlikely he gets to 10. There's a fair chance he stays on 4 or maybe gets to 6 or 7, and he's done for all sorts of reasons.
Yeah, interesting. I wonder how many players have actually won in double figures majors on the men's side.
On the men's side.
I'll have a quick look.
Well, let me go off the top of my head. Jack, Tiger, Walter Hagen.
Walter Hagen won at 11, didn't he?
Yeah, 11 or 12, and there might be one other that won 10. Maybe. It might only be 3, 4 at the most.
I'll ask Grok.
Go on.
I don't think he'll start on 4, by the way.
Give me a list of the major winners in golf on the men's side.
I'm trying to think how many.
Did you upgrade your Grok last week? Like you said?
I'm up to Grok 4.
Oh, okay.
It's cost me a bomb. I'm going to invoice.
Gary won 9, I think, didn't he? Gary Player. See, Grok's not working.
Oh.
No, I understand why.
And you're on the expensive Grok.
Give me a list of players who have won the most majors on the men's side. You got to stipulate. You got to be very, very.
Yeah. If only there's a way you could just go to something like, I don't know, Google and just look it up.
Jack Nicklaus, 18. Tiger Woods, 15. Walter Hagen, 11. There's only 3. Ben Hogan at 9.
I said, yeah.
Tom Watson at 8.
How many?
Scheffler at. It's got Scottie Scheffler at 7.
How many is Gary Player? 9?
He's got Scottie Scheffler in there as 7.
Oh,
wow. That's not right.
I don't think Grok's
Arnold
right.
Palmer is 7. That's right. Sam Snead, 7.
You can't be using Grok now. Grok is clearly
Grok.
No. There's some obvious mistakes.
Yeah, there absolutely.
I think that's Gronk, not Grok.
Okay. Conrad Golf Rankings. Is this Conrad Golf Rankings one of the ones you were fighting with the other day?
That's right.
You were having an argument again with someone?
That's right.
Jeez, okay.
And I don't mind. If you're a pest, watch out.
Yeah, you are fighting with people who are saying things that are actually not bad.
Well, you'll notice, or maybe you don't notice, but if I elect to pick a fight, it will be with a serial pest, not just for one thing they may have said, but serial pest behaviour.
You're saying Conrad Golf Rankings is a serial pest?
Serial pest.
Really?
Yep.
Wow, you really went hard at him too.
Yeah, well, he deserved
by the way, Grok is way off.
Well, go on.
Jack Nicklaus, 18. Tiger, 15. Hagen, 11. Ben Hogan, 10.
Ooh.
Okay, so you missed Ben Hogan.
Well, no, I didn't miss. Grok 4 missed.
Well, sorry. Player, 9. Watson, 8.
Yeah, Player wasn't even in there.
And then there's a bunch on 7. Varden, Jones, Sarazen, Snead, and Palmer. You did get Palmer right. So anyway.
I'll tell you who our next guest is, Elon Musk. He has to explain himself because Grok 4 is not working very well.
Okay, so Conrad Golf Ranking said, I was listening to another podcast and one of the hosts had Scottie Scheffler a certainty to win 19. Some people do not learn from history. Mark, your take here would suggest that you have learned from history's lessons.
I probably didn't have that in my background. I'm basing it solely off the footwork.
Yeah.
So I'm basing it solely. So I'll be honest and agree to disagree that I'm not learning from history, although maybe I should. But I based all that just off footwork. And
take the compliment.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Take the compliment.
Thank you.
Robert Bateman. For God's sake, guys, he's only 29. He's won 4 majors in 3 years. He hasn't at his prime yet. He will win at least 10, maybe not 15. But if he stays healthy, 10's not a problem.
May well be right.
I think he will get to 10.
Yep,
I really do.
Yeah,
but
wouldn't surprise
anyone.
He may get
injured. He may lose interest, as people say. Who knows?
He may break an ankle.
Yeah, you never know.
And this is Marty, who said, I respectfully disagree, Mark. Although the footwork is not something you would ever prescribe a student, it does take a lot of pressure off the lower back, which could increase the longevity of his swing. I think we see Scottie with a career Grand Slam pretty soon, and I reckon at least 10 majors by the time he's all done.
Yep. Guess where? Yeah, the US Open's the one he's missing. Guess where it is next year? It's going to suit him so well.
The US Open,
Shinnecock Hills.
Ooh,
it is just going to be perfect for him.
Very much so.
It gets windy. You've got to shape your shots. small greens.
Yeah.
It's Scottie written all over it.
And to his point, who was that again? That was
from Marty.
Marty. So to his point, most people have back issues is when they have a very stable lower body. So you look at guys like Jack Nicklaus,
Fred
Johnny
Couples.
Miller, and all them who
who
had the most moving
mobility
lower body you've ever seen, never had really any back issues.
That's right. And then
Whereas
you look at
today,
Fred Couples,
Freddie,
who's kept his feet very flat,
still.
very
Jason
still.
Day's another one.
Day, feet
so
flat.
when your lower body's active, it takes the pressure off. Makes sense.
Good points. Very good points.
We've got a heap more feedback, but I reckon we'll leave it there because it's been a long pod and we'll be here all day if we don't stop. But I will say we've had a lot of comments on your discussion about Ireland last week, Mark, where you said that here's the five courses in Ireland I really want to play. Been a lot of feedback, a lot of people saying it sounds great, a lot of people suggesting other courses.
Yeah, I want to hear the other courses.
So we'll deal with that in the feedback pod a little later in the week. Otherwise, we're going to be here all day.
Good.
Because right now we need to get to this.
Really? By the way.
Grok thinks it sucks.
What would Grok think?
I played that music the other day in the car. Just such a shame.
Yeah,
it's such a shame.
Oh, which one?
I think
the Timmy Trumpet.
Timmy Trumpet.
Oh, right, okay.
No.
Yeah, no. Look, it is a shame.
It's such a shame.
But it's your fault.
I think we should bend
actually,
the rules.
it's a good call. Nick, that is a good call. Mark, you can sit there all you want and whinge, complain about the music.
You can do something about it.
But you were the one who said, I'm going to get Timmy Trumpet and I'm going to get him to approve this. And you didn't get anything.
I'll go again.
So you can whinge all you want, but this is on you, buddy.
I'll try again.
Certainly is.
Okay.
Anyway.
Nick, Ping Globals, thanks to Ping, who will help you play your best.
Certainly will. Well, ISPS Handa, by the way, had a couple of big weeks, a couple of big tournaments they sponsored, the Scottish Women's Open and the Senior British Open. So congrats to Dr. Handa. He's really putting a lot back into golf. Scottish Open, as we said, Lottie Woad, 3-shot win over Hyoju Kim, 7 shots in front of third. Thank you very much. Blew the field away pretty much other than one other person. Of the Aussies, Karis Davidson and Cassie Porter and Minjee Lee all finished tied for 21st. They were the best of them.
Cassie. She hadn't been playing as well as we'd like.
Not quite, but
that's a great roll up there.
Exactly.
Well done.
You mean talk birdie to me is Cassie Porter.
Yeah, that's right. It's nice to see her rolling up the leaderboard a little bit. Very good.
We'll have to get her on again, actually, just to see how the season's going at some stage.
That'd be good.
At some point, that'll be good.
Put her on the list.
Yeah, another one. The Senior Open at Sunningdale, as you mentioned, Padraig Harrington won his second major in a row, his third senior major, which equals his tally for how many he won on the regular tour. So 3 regular tour majors, 3 seniors. It's pretty impressive. 5th player to win the Senior Open and the British Open. So well done to him.
There's been 5. Do the double in a single year.
Exactly, yeah. Impressive. He had a 3-shot win over Thomas Bjorn and Justin Leonard. There were 5 Australasians in the top 10. We had a huge Australasian contingent. Scott Henn, final round 65 to finish 4th.
I saw he's leading the Order of Merit.
On the Legends Tour in Europe.
On the Legends Tour in Europe.
He is, he's doing well over there. Cam Percy, also a 65, for tied 5th. Steve Orker finished 7th, and Greg Chalmers and Steve Allen, next best of the Australians, at tied for 8th. On the PGA Tour, they were in Minnesota for the 3M Open, where Kurt Kitayama shot a Saturday 60 and then a front 9, 29 on Sunday. So he was 17 under for 27 holes.
And still only won by one shot.
Still only won by one over Sam Stevens.
I saw all that. I couldn't believe it.
It was
not
incredible.
often you lead a tournament, shoot 29 on the front 9, which was 6 under?
6 under.
6
par
under?
35, yeah. Was he leading going into the last round, or maybe one back? I can't remember.
Either way.
Anyway,
Either way, the win by 1. He didn't play bad on the back 9 either.
No, he did very well. The only Australian to make the cut was Adam Scott, tied for 53rd. On the Live Tour, they were in UK for the JCB event there, where Joaquin Niemann, another win on Live. That's his 5th. 5th for the
season.
For the season. Where's he from again? I'm trying to think.
Chilean.
I was trying to get that word out. He had a 6-shot lead to start the day, and then Bubba Watson went on a run. He was 806 holes.
Bubba was
806 holes early in the back
2 eagles,
9. Got within 2.
4 birdies.
Mm-hmm. But then Neiman had a 3-shot win in the end. So well done to him. Of the Aussies, Cam Smith best. He was 10th. Leash tied for 11th. Lucas Herbert tied for 34th. And Matt Jones tied for 40th. Legion 13 got the 8-shot win.
Right. Who came last?
Team Ripper 6th. Not who you think they came second last.
Good to see Cameron Smith turning his form around from the
Yeah, exactly. And Neiman, who missed the cut at the Open and goes ahead and wins. So well done to him. And on the Corn Ferry Tour, I just want to mention this because there's a young superstar coming out of America at the moment, a guy called Johnny Kiefer.
Yeah, I've heard of this
Watch out for this kid.
I've heard of him.
Watch out for him. He had a 2-shot win and moves to number 1 in the ranking, so he's got his tour card locked up for next year. Best of the Australasians was Harry Hillier, who was tied for 30th. Now, this week coming, big week, obviously, we've got the Women's Open at Royal Porthcawl, and on the PGA Tour, it's the final event of the season before the FedEx Cup playoffs. And now they've reduced it, remember, from top 125 to top 100. So Joel Damon, for example, was at the 3am Open. He had a triple bogey on the last and he slipped from 99th to 101st. So
you're joking.
If he misses the cut, he's not keeping his card for next year. So this is a big week on the PGA Tour, and they're in Greensboro, North Carolina. So
all the bubbles will be
it's the bubble week. It's the bubble week. It's a fun week to watch this one.
It's good.
Absolutely.
That's the Ping Globals.
All right, we're done.
Now, just while we've been talking, a couple of messages have come in here I might mention because they are relevant to what we've been talking about. This is from Dazzler. Boys, please do a golf day. That would be awesome. And this one from Darren. Hey, guys, I'm a member at Links Hope Island. I also run the Gold Coast District Golf Association. It'd be great if you guys were up here on the Gold Coast. That's from Darren. So, Darren, looks like that might happen. And I think we'll see... I think we'll see him there, which would be good.
Well, what's important too is Queensland were in line first, but if you want us to do one in Victoria or South Australia or back in your hometown in Perth
or Sydney,
let us know, get in contact, and we'll see if we can make it happen because
that'd be fun.
Seems like
we can get the Talk Birdie tour going.
Whose turn is it for the Masterclass this week?
For the Masterclass.
What is it on actually?
Well, it's on how you practice with your driver, and I've seen. Not one, I've seen many, many tour pros doing it this way. Okay. And it's to do with, what do you call the stick? The alignment stick.
Alignment stick, yeah.
Yeah, it's an alignment stick thing. Okay. It's very simple to do, but helps you in many, many ways.
Are you going to wear that green cardigan while you do it?
No.
He's very green today. He's got the cardigan, the pants, the shoes, everything.
We'll say this. Look out for the new FootJoys. Just be prepared for something special.
Okay. All right, Masterclass in 60 seconds.
The coverage these days on the PGA Tour is amazing, and on the European Tour as well. And I've been watching so many pros warm up lately using their alignment stick. Now, one thing I've noticed is that they all hit golf balls with the ball on this side of the stick for their irons and their fairway woods and things. And that makes sense. You know, you don't want the stick to get in the way. But what I have noticed of late is that when they're hitting the driver, they put the ball on the other side of the stick. Now, I thought to myself, what the hell are they doing this for? So I tried it. And what I found is that if I did have a tendency to take the club back on the inside, then I would be alerted because my driver would touch the stick. The other thing is that I have a tendency to be a little bit behind and under the ball. And when the stick is placed on this side of the ball, on the way down, I'm very conscious of not hitting the stick. And I had this beautiful sensation of staying on top of the ball more. So one, I was taking it back straight. Two, I was staying on top of it because I didn't want to hit the stick on the way down. Now, I don't know about you, Nick, but I wish this was around when I was playing. Well, because it's a handy feel.
I tell you what, you've just described two things that I do. I either get under it too much and I hit the big block, or I kind of flip it and hit the hook. So I'm going to try this one.
Yeah, you better try it. Anyway, folks, thanks for being with us, and we'll see you next time.
And that's been Talk Birdie, Australia's most popular golf podcast, with Nick O'Hearn and Mark Allen, coming from our studio at Titleist and FootJoy headquarters. As everyone knows, Titleist is the #1 ball in golf, and FootJoy, the #1 shoe and glove in golf. Wherever you get your podcasts, make sure to subscribe, maybe leave a review, and we'd love you to share the pod with a friend who loves their golf. Huge thanks to our fantastic partners. Ping, like they do for Nick O'Hearn, will help you play your best. You can see your local golf shop or professional for a Ping club fitting. The Golf Clearance Outlet always beat everyone's prices. Visit golfclearanceoutlet.com.au for your nearest store. Watch My Numbers is the most powerful data-based golf app in the world. You can download from the App Store or Google Play. And better, they've got the fastest and easiest betting app in Australia. Download from the App Stores today. Now that's better. Keep in mind, what are you really gambling with? But for now, from our studio at Titleist and FootJoy headquarters, thanks for being a part of the show. We'll see you next time.